What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with an AVCT raw price action and statistical threat of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that we can be able to have you join ARCab, a trading community. With that said, let's begin. Okay, you guys, so we ended up getting the lows that we were talking about yesterday. However, in another chart, it looked like the lows were actually a little more impulsive than we thought. But we did talk about the 236 being our likely area to touch. We actually touched a little bit above it, and it just so happens to be right at the test of our support from this descending channel that we're currently riding in, right? So this is definitely in accordance to yesterday's analysis. We are currently under the 7-day exponential moving average and the 10-day exponential moving average. As you can see, the price action has actually been using these moving averages as a guide to the way down. Now, if we were to guess or look at raw price action here in a discretionary manner, we are looking not too bullish here, you guys. This is looking a little bearish, right? And just having a massive amount of things above us. Right away, we can see that we have the 382. This is the not 382 at $1.19 as a form of resistance. Now, the 618 and the 5 fib have a correlation with the EMA 7 and the SMA 10. So those are four resistances here, along with this one being the fifth. So definitely watch what we're doing in the immediate short term. Even though we're watching the 8 hour here, you guys, this is we zoom out like this so that we can be able to catch whatever could be happening for the next trading day. Okay, so the only thing bullish on this chart that I'm looking at is the simple fact that we used our descending channel support as a bounce. So, and that this could likely be a very desired demand zone. So let's go ahead and move on to the next chart, you guys, and see what we got. So this is the this is the falling wedge that we were actually talking about yesterday. I did make, I'm sorry, you guys, excuse me. I did make an adjustment to the triangle here, and it was based on this candle just going so low, and this is potentially correlated to what's going to happen with our macroeconomic decisions based on the FOMC on Wednesday. We have jobs on Friday. I think we have CPI next week. But yeah, we'll go ahead and touch on those things, you guys. Please let me know in the comments below if you know exactly the dates of the things coming up for us to be able to trade these things the right way. I usually don't like to trade Fed plays, you guys, because generally no one knows what the Fed is going to say, even though we have macroeconomists and analysts putting down their probabilities and stuff. The probabilities have literally been wrong every single FOMC rate hike that we've had. So we actually should consider looking or standing by the sidelines, you guys. But as we progress with these charts, we'll know where we're standing when these events do complete. However, let's go ahead and continue here and just see what we have. So in adjusting the triangle, we can see that it fits pretty well. And the recovery candle, this is we're looking at a bi-hourly chart here, you guys. The recovery candle looks like we used the triangle support, which is essentially recovery. So we actually recovered the triangle support, and looks like we could potentially be doing one of these numbers to eventually test the 618, which is right near us right here at $1.13 before us making a bounce to the upside. There are a couple things that I would like to discuss with you in the next chart, because the next chart is essentially what's keeping me I guess maybe bullish, but temporarily we are a little bearish right here, you guys. So please know that I am standing at a slightly bearish outlook for the short term. Okay, so this is volatility that we're looking at here, you guys. Volatility represented by this indicator BBWP. Volatility is direction neutral. So if we're up here and then we start going down, price doesn't necessarily have to go down. Likewise, contracted levels, if we start going up towards the expansion, if we start expanding from contractive levels, then that doesn't mean that price is necessarily going to go up as well. We use and pair volatility with a stochastics momentum or a momentum oscillator so that we can be able to gain a bias in direction. Now, let's see, we're looking at a 2-day chart right here. So I took every iteration where we have retraced from over 90 percentile. So this is the 90 percentile line here from the BBWP. Every single time that we have moved above the 90 percentile, I've taken note of that iteration and also have taken note of to how long it's lasted and how far of an upside thrust we've had based on this detail. So this is the criteria that we're looking at, and I have done this for AVCT manually. So as you can see, there are several iterations for us to be able to create an averaged mean. Now, let me undo that real fast. Okay, so we're going to talk about the averages that have come out from this back test. So out of a total of 12 iterations, we have 12 correct. Mind you, this is very rare for it to happen. So we're looking at an averaged upside accuracy of 100% based on the 12 correct, with an average upside thrust of about 58.53% over the span of about 32.3 days. So, and this is proof of work here, you guys. So, I mean, these are averaged, you guys. You can see that we have like a 210% there, we have 100% there, we have a 12% there. But now, based on these iterations, something very interesting has popped up, and it's particular to the momentum oscillator. Now, I also did backtest the momentum oscillator for us to review those metrics. Let me just hide these indicators and see what in the world could have happened to there we go. So based on the guessing of the upside or downside of the momentum indicator, stochastics momentum has guessed it 10 out of the 12 iterations, which puts us at an 83.33% accuracy for the upside. So these are, you can see that it's not perfect, but I mean, the averages are pretty damn good, right? Okay, so let's talk about the momentum oscillator, you guys. There's something very interesting within this that I would like to share with you. So as you can see, we are doing some type of trend line regression rejection pattern here that's happening, and we are currently sitting right over here, which is at about 2.35% of the oversold area of the stochastics momentum. This is very similar to an RSI, so we can use that type of terminology here. Now, if we zoom out, this is the entire trading life of AVCT, and you can see that this right here is, let's see, what does it measure? 1.47% is the lowest that AVCT has ever reached historically. So we are now, it looks like we're at a multi-year low right now and already below every single iteration. So this is already low, and we're suggesting a continuation to the downside, you guys. So if we're likely to start retracing soon. So now, if we did retrace from this point right here, which would be right over here, and make our ascent, we could potentially see some type of a resistance right here, which is confluent to this point right here from this bottom. So if we were to take the trade up to this area, let's just see what happened in this iteration right here, so that we can be able to just kind of compare, right? So let's bring up price action and see what happened in that move. So where are we? This is it, right? Okay, so let's just go ahead and zoom out just a little bit and bring it up. Okay, you guys, so this is the move. It fired off right down here where the arrow is, which is right here. and we moved exponentially. I mean, this is an impulsive move to the upside, creating a 265% move to the upside based on the reversal from this area here. Now, please know that this is one of one reversals, but it is a historic low that we're at right now. So if we were to just apply that 265% to the charts here, we get some pretty cool levels here, you guys, to look at. So let's hide the indicators one more time and look at that 265% move. So we'll apply it from the low of the day today, and to the high up here of the 265. So we are suggesting a cross of the 1.618. And this is usually the zone where we like to take the trade, you guys. So this is $3.78, and the top right here is $4.20, which can create for us a range to look at, right? So we can do this type of scenario here, and we can actually zoom out, and you can see just how relevant this area is. We've used this. You can see that. I mean, let's just zoom in some more. You can see this candle touching right at the bottom there. You can see we use this as support right here. This was a huge resistance right here. This is resistance. You can see multiple touches of this. This was support, recovery, candles closing right at that line, guys. This is a point of inflection for sure. Now, it is a bit absurd that it is 264% or 265% at that away, but the data is suggesting that, and I'm not going to ignore that. I know a lot of people are a little bearish or overly bearish on AVCT, but please do remember, you guys, that we're facing just macroeconomic catalysts right now, like the FOMC on Wednesday. These things are affecting every single ticker in the market. So just remain with composure, right? We're smart traders. We know what to do in these situations. So that's why we stick together. But let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we got, you guys. So I haven't made any adjustments to this right here. This is a 12-hour RSI. And I mentioned to you guys that even if we did move to the downside, that we can still make that bullish divergence. In this case, since we're going through some price action here and like this makes it a phantom drive of bullish divergence. So we would move it down to wherever that low was, right down here, and we're still creating two primary drives of phantom bullish divergence, you guys. So this is in accordance to the larger time frame of the BBWP signals that we're getting right over here. So this can likely take some time to resolve, but I can see it definitely resolving potentially after all these economic catalysts that are coming up, you guys. Okay, so let's now look at an immediate term time frame here. So this is the hourly, and it's currently reversing from a pretty oversold area here, you guys. 30-minute RSI is also suggesting a potential little bit of a downside continuation right here. So this is why I'm telling you that I'm still partially bearish. We are within oversold percentile, so the likelihood of reversing is pretty great, but we do have to keep our discretion in mind. Bi-hourly is reversing from oversold as well. Let's look at the 8-hour RSI and see what we got. The 8-hour RSI is suggesting a continuation to the downside, you guys. I would give this some weight. This is why I'm telling you that I'm partially bearish just for the immediate short term. We need to get over these catalysts first before that we can make that move to the upside. Now, you guys, if you can take a look at this right here, this is also giving us a short signal. What you're looking at here is an indicator. This indicator is called ARCa, and it is in partnership with Crypstex Trading. I have partnered with them, and they have created a set of indicators named after me. So this is ARCa, you know, so ARCa is what I'm using right now. There are several indicators for us to be able to use for the immediate short-term trading, like momentum style, scalp style, day trading style. This is important for us to look at, you guys. So as you can see here, we have a short signal. The ARCa is comprised of several exponential moving averages that are close to each other and algorithmically placed so that we can be able to gain a wave and a pattern and direction for us to understand how the price action is going to move in the immediate short term for, like what I said, scalping type style stuff, guys. So now this does have buy and sell signals. So we do have, for example, here we have a long signal here. We went up. This is a short signal here, and now it's gone all the way down. Now, as you can see here, we have not recovered yet, and we do not have a long signal just yet. So it is continuing, suggesting a continuation to the downside, you guys. So please, these indicators can be available to you. Just reach out to me on a DM, and we can talk about the details. This is also part of the ARC-Series indicators. This is ARC Enhanced MACD. As you can see right here, we do also have bear and bull signals, or buy and sell signals, if you will. So we also have not created a long signal just yet, you guys. The bear signal is still fired, and it's suggesting some type of indecision or a downside move. So this is, I mean, a bear signal for me is down, you guys. So this is a pretty good place for me to leave the video off, you guys. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on Twitter, on Discord. I'll leave the links at the description below for you guys to do so. With that said, I'll catch you at the bell mañana, you guys. Thank you so much, and adios.